good morning, everybody. How is it going on this TGIF? Yes, it is Friday. Another week in the bag, another cruise in the bag from when
I know. How did that happen?
I don't know, man. You jumped off of one and onto the other. It's like you going.
And the second one's over already, almost. So
yeah, man.
I don't know about you, but I'm staying on this. I'm not getting out.
Oh, you're staying in the yacht club? You're not getting out? Oh, all right. The live studio audience is staying in the yacht club.
There it is. There it is. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, good morning, guys. We got a wonderful show packed up for everybody. We are Go Live Together, your morning team. I am Jeremy. To my left is Eddie, and down low, soon to be up high, is Scott, because you know he is in Meraviglia and the yacht club, and they got the little pinky thing going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know that I could do yacht club. Like I don't know that I'm ready. The clothing that one would have to take in order to keep up with the Joneses is not something that I do, and you better believe it. That's what my shirt says. Something's falling. I don't know what it is.
Listen, part of me is really loving yacht club, and the other part of me is kind of like, I'm not 100% sure I belong here.
Yeah, I don't know. I would feel out of place, but we were talking before the live started about NCL, you know, going back to our most recent Prima cruise, and I felt like it was an elevated cruise experience. You know, I really felt like we were pampered, if you will. Yeah. You know, it's not that we were waited on by a butler or anything. It just everything seemed so much closer and so much easier compared to the Carnival ships that I've been on, especially the food. Everything was just so elevated and wonderful.
Agreed.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming into the replay. We always appreciate you guys coming back. If you're here to do so, please indicate it in the comments section. That way we know who is watching. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in Traveling with Tinkerbell. And she says, good morning, everyone. Wishing you guys a great Friday and an amazing weekend. It is a warm day in Florida. Yay. Talk to me about the temperature over there where you are, Scott.
Well, like I can't really get an accurate temperature because my phone still thinks I'm in Nassau.
Right. It was a comfortable 77 yesterday.
Yes, it was. So yesterday we went to, for those of you who don't know, there's an area, it's probably about 2 miles from the port area of Nassau. A lot of people just refer to it as the fish fry. It's a small area where there's just literally rows and rows of independent restaurants and bars and stuff like that or whatever. So we went down there to get some, you know, traditional Bahamian food like conch and stuff like that. So and we were sitting out on the open deck on the water. It was 77 degrees, sunny. It was really, really wonderful. Those of you who know, I believe that comfort begins at 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so 77 is the bare minimum.
It begins at 77.
That's what happens.
Next up in the chat is Yo, Brooklyn in the house, y'all. Eddie Lugo Studios.
Viva la raza!
In my world, 65 degrees is a nice weather.
65 is nice. 65 is nice. Right before we put on our hoodies. Next up in the chat is going to be down tomorrow in Texas. Bama Nola Adventures taking off on the Carnival Jubilee tomorrow.
Good morning.
Yes. I'm so excited for you, Billy, man. And we are looking forward to that content.
I'm glad I went to Galveston last week.
Yeah.
Because with that guy there.
And plus all of the Mardi Gras traffic this weekend. Traffic as well as local traffic too, because when Mardi Gras comes, everybody and their mama shows up.
And they got no money for bail, homeboy. So you're
Yep, that's right. Good morning, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has made it in. Hello.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Cruising with Keith has made it in. Hello.
What's up?
Ahoy there, Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in. The captain is
Welcome.
Who let that guy in here?
So this is our current position. So as you can see there, that the ship that has the circle around it, that is Maravilla.
Mhm.
And as you can see, we are due east of Port Canaveral on our way back to New York City.
New York.
New York. Let's see. Midlife Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let me see. Who else? Kathy Mills has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Kathy Bill.
morning.
Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it
Trouble.
in. Good morning.
Hi.
Trouble.
Leonard Family Fun came in with the day of the day. Here we go. Happy Friday and Happy National Pizza Day. Let me just pause there for a second. Let us appreciate National Pizza Day. And National Toothache Day. Celebrate accordingly.
Bagel day.
Oh, happy pre-cruise day for the cruisers. 2 more weeks and we will be on the road to G-Town. I know that's right.
Now.
Yes.
2 more weeks and I will be on a train back to New York City to get on NCL Getaway.
2 more days and I'll be getting up in the morning and doing my thing.
That's right. That's right. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, Jen?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew you was going to be sad about this one. The Z Show Cruise Fund got some bad news this morning. He says, good morning, content creators. Breaking news, we have a godmother for the Carnival Jubilee, but it is not my baby mama, but she is very cool. She will be in the great state of
Texas.
in a couple of weeks, and that is none
Yeah,
other
I'm not too thrilled about that.
No, me neither.
Lady that they picked. They should be.
But you know what, though? I'm not that thrilled. There's some ship that Katy Perry was picked for, too, and I'm not thrilled about that one
That was
either.
the Prima.
Yeah,
That was the Prima. The one we
I
just
know. I wasn't. I was trying. I was trying not to talk bad about my new favorite ship.
Okay, but let's be fair. Hudson's is awesome. Hudson's and their staff is awesome, and that was named after her.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Leonard Family Fun says cloudy and a nice 55 degrees in Birmingham. That dog will hunt. And let's see.
That dog will what?
That dog will hunt. It is a Louisiana term because it is sportsman's paradise. There are a lot of people that hunt in Louisiana for wildlife so they can bring it home and eat it. But a dog is needed in most cases to go get the kill and bring it back to the owner. So whenever we say that'll work, my dad always said that dog will hunt. Sea Leg Journeys has made it in with National Toothache Day. Yikes. Yeah, I know that's right. Anybody in here got a toothache? Some salt water will probably be your best friend for today. Train ride before the cruise. Very nice. Yes. I would love to go on a train.
I love taking Amtrak up to New York. It's most, it's super convenient. I live about 10 or 15 minutes from the Amtrak station, and when you're sailing out of Manhattan, it's probably only about a 15-minute Uber ride down to Pier 88. So
Yep. And Cruising with Keith has brought up a very important thing here. 2 more days until the Super Bowl. Let us know in the chat where you are finally settling on your choice for the Super Bowl, beginning with Mr. Eddie.
New York Giants.
New York Giants. Okay. Scott?
You got the Baltimore. You got the Ravens.
Well, I always root for the underdog, the one that is not favored to win. So I'm going to have to go 49ers.
True.
That's just my nature.
I just hope they make it a great game.
Yeah, I root for.
My everybody knows I love the Ravens, and this year they missed it by that much.
That much. That's right. Okay, here we go. Leonard Family Fun says we will be on that cruise, and I'm not happy about late boarding for all this fanfare that I can watch one of the ship's mini TVs.
Mm-hmm.
In the ship before don't worry, you'll be all right. It's not going anywhere. Mona!
Oh,
Mona!
Mona's in the
Hola,
house.
baby! How you doing?
Hey, what's happening? Okay, we got Sea Lake Journey says I got the Bucks. Jennifer says Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see who else. Oh, okay,
No,
49ers.
I don't care for either one.
49ers here.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, wait a minute. Cruz McKee says, Jeremy, the 49ers are actually the favorite. You're going Chiefs now.
Nah.
So when I was in Nassau yesterday, we were headed back to the ship. We got just inside the Newport area, down past the straw market. We were sitting on a bench, just admiring, in what is my opinion, the most beautiful water in the Caribbean, in the Bahamas. And a guy walked by with an Eagles shirt on, and I hollered, "Go Ravens!" And he turned around and said, "Ravens, Eagles, they're all birds until you get to the playoffs."
Oh, man. Okay.
I'm like, all right.
That'll work. Captain Billy J is going with Chiefs. I'm betting on them to win. Money bags. You know, hey, Cap always wins everything, so I don't know. That could be a sign, ladies and gentlemen. Follow Billy J and get broke if you want to. Remember, Eddie doesn't have any money for bail, so celebrating accordingly. Midlife Travel says 53 degrees and cloudy in southeast Oklahoma with a high of 72 today and rainy all weekend. So we are maybe looking forward to get some of that rain this weekend. I'm not sure on what day. I know I'm making ribs in the house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Mr.
It'll take
Taylor.
me 13 hours, but I'll be there, right?
Okay. Mike Arana says Mr. Taylor Swift plays for the Chiefs.
No, she does not.
Oh, okay. Hang on. House of X Entertainment Inc. has joined us.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Yep. And Danny D says, I'm hoping the 49ers because the Chiefs won last year.
You know, the Chiefs are in it because of Taylor Swift crap.
Spread the love, man.
That's all it is. You know, it's all promotion, and they know what they're doing.
Well, if that's the case, Taylor need to bring herself down to Houston and come for a Texans win. I'm just saying.
Get that.
If that's the case, we need to move her around 28 times a year or 32 times a year. That way everybody can get a win. You know? I mean, shoot, let's spread the love. Oh, here we go. Traveling with Tinkerbell says, I will be celebrating my 50th birthday this weekend with family and barbecue. And Yahoo! Okay. And with chicken and fairies. Cute fairies. I wonder how those are. Do you wrap them in bacon before?
Never had one. So.
Grill?
So my wife turns 50 this year, but not till October, right? Yep. So, and we were talking about it yesterday at lunch, and you know, she was asking, I was like, you know, asking her about it, and she said, well, what about you? How about you and your 50s? And I said, you know, I was sad when I turned 50. You know, wasn't the end of the world for me. I was a little sad when I turned 50. I was like, but now into my 50s, I'm kind of like in this, you know, weird place because I'm far enough into my 50s that, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm in my 50s, but I'm not far enough to be getting discounts yet.
Right.
So I'm kind of like in this like 50s limbo.
You know what's a sad envelope is the renewal for your AARP membership at $12.
Oh yeah, listen, on my 50th birthday, boy, I joined the AARP, so for sure.
Yep. Okay, Danny D said she will be supporting from her dad's cousin house for tonight until Sunday, popping in and out of the cruise-a-thon and helping Hands for Cruising, which you can get started right now if you want to by visiting their website. It is linked down in the description of our video here on Cruising is Fun Anytime. That is, their website is Helping Hands, the number 4 cruising.org. That is the URL that you need to visit in order to make a donation today. And we strongly suggest that everybody do so. They got a goal that they are trying to reach this weekend. And I know that they're excited about all of these creators coming in to support this worthy cause. And let's see, we got some dancing and chicken and pigs and nuts and butter toast. And oh, wow, that's a lot going on right there. Leonard Family Fun says, I turned 50 last month and joined AARP. I feel like I hit a milestone, but no discounts for food and other stuff.
I know, right? So,
Yep. I think you qualify for a senior coffee at what, 55?
well, at 55 is when you start really getting the discounts, right?
Okay.
So, like a lot of places are starting to offer, like a lot of the diners, a lot of the restaurants have a 55, or older discount.
Mm-hmm.
T-Mobile has a 55 or older discount, right?
Yep.
I mean, so 55 is really that number. So, but I still have 2 years to go on that one.
I got a long way to go, man. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay, here we go. So we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for me to show you our visitor that we have in town today. And that is none other than my favorite cruise ship so far, the Norwegian Prima.
La Prima, my
There
cousin.
she is.
In all of her glory. And if you are sailing away this weekend, number one, you should be here already because of the Mardi Gras traffic that I mentioned. Traffic's going to be absolutely heavy this weekend, but if you are here, we're waking up to 64 degrees with 96% humidity and cloudy. If you are sailing away on the Prima today, your sail away forecast is as follows: 67 degrees with 87% humidity and cloudy, pretty much the same. Tomorrow, Billy, pay attention. Tomorrow, you will be waking up to 64 degrees with 98% humidity and cloudy. Sail away forecast, on the other hand, is going to be 67 degrees with 88% and cloudy. So, and I noticed some rain showers coming out of these clouds here. So be careful, and you might have a wet sail away tomorrow. Checking in with the ship tracker. Let's share this tab instead and see where everybody is. First of all, I'm noticing it's not on the list, but here on the map, the Disney Magic is all the way in New Orleans. So I thought that was kind of cool. The Prima's here in Galveston. The Breeze, the Dream, the Jubilee, the Regal Princess, and the Voyager of the Seas are all at sea. The Harmony of the Seas is in Costa Maya and somehow Cozumel at the same time. This list is not right. So it's either in Cozumel or Costa Maya. It looks like closer to Cozumel here. They have it listed in two different areas. It looks like the Jubilee is, I don't know how it's going to be here and then in Galveston tomorrow. I don't know. They may have an earlier departure. But yeah, that's where all of our ships are today. And let's see who is coming into the chat. I saw the
Look, it's cruising on the high seas and travel.
Oh, snap. Yes. Good morning.
up?
And yes, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Jeremy to struggle with words. Welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I attempt to read these words from long ago and people's names and things like that. Today is Friday, February 9th, and on this day in 1796, Qianlong, the fourth emperor of the Qing dynasty, abdicated and was succeeded by Jai King.
Bananas.
In 1940, South African novelist, critic, and translator J.M. Coetzee, who won the 2003 Nobel Prize for Literature, was born. In 1943, the Battle of Guadalcanal ended with an Allied victory over Japan. In 1984, Soviet Premier Yuri Andropov died 15 months after succeeding Leonid Brezhnev and was replaced by Konstantin Turchenko. It's full today. 1996, German physicist Peter M. Brewster and his team of scientists synthesized chemical element 112, a heavy transuranium element that was later named copernicium.
Well, that button's getting a workout today.
Yeah, it is. It's full of them. I'm telling you. And finally, in 2002, Princess Margaret, who, as King George IX's second daughter and the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II, struggled to balance her independent spirit with her duties as a member of Britain's royal family, died in London. And that will do it for On This Day in History. Yeah, that was hard. It really was. It was just full of them. Okay, here we go. Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
¿Qué pasa, dude?
Will G, good morning. Working and listening.
Hi.
Thank you. And let's see. Yes, tons of bananas. And speaking of banana watchers, check this out. Well, today is TGIF Friday, and today is no different. So we will share with you the change list today. I think Lucky took the week off. So coming in at number 10, the top chatter of the week is DM Vlog. Number 9 is Will G. Number 8 is Nettie and JT. Number 7, Marjorie. Number 6, TNT's Adventures to Sea. Number 5, Danny D, the Spectacular Supporter. Number 4, Rock the Boat. Number 3, Cruising on the High Seas.
And travel.
Number 2, Traveling with Tinkerbell. And coming in hot at number 1 is none other than Leonard Family Fun. So congratulations. Yes. Congratulations for being a top chatter. We always Yahoo. We always appreciate you guys coming into the show and chatting, letting us know that you are not only just here, but that you are being an active person. We love it. And, the union rep is feeling generous today. Banana splits for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I know that'll work. And somebody's saying that you're hyper. Somebody's saying that you're hyper in the chat, but I've been switching screens. What are you doing, Eddie?
I don't know, but I feel sorry for Alice when she comes home tonight.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, that'll work. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
I don't know what I ate this morning, but
yeah, you get the Can't Sit Stills.
I got the pricks today.
Somebody is texting me during the
Must be Friday. Ow, baby.
That's right. Congrats on the top chatter. And Leonard Family Fun said they love banana splits.
Of course.
That'll work.
Especially with Baskin Robbins. Yum, yum.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like their shakes, though. The Snickers shake.
Excuse me. We're talking about banana splits.
No, sir. No, sir. You're talking about Baskin Robbins. And when I go there.
Go booty someplace else. We'll get some at the local, okay? Your fudge thing that you guys kept getting. I was so I have so much control.
Yeah.
To keep myself away from getting one of those things, man. Because you guys kept ordering, and I'm like, no,
they're good.
Can't have one. No.
Oh my!
Dude, listen, those Sundays were amazing.
Yes.
Yep.
And they were so tall. Like, that's the other thing too, right? Like, a lot of cruise ships, you get this tiny little thing, right? But those things were like a 1950s malt shop thing, right? Like, they were really tall, filled with ice cream and stuff.
I think that's what drew us to them, is they were so big. Danny D said, we will see Eddie run around the house and do cartwheels. If you end up doing something like that, Eddie, make sure that you shoot and upload a short at least. on
No,
that.
that's what Jeremy keeps saying. Fake news. That's
Oh,
not
okay,
happening.
okay.
I think that's our word. Forget about it.
Hey, Chet, take it easy. Thank you so much for coming in, man.
Chet's gonna do it for me. Chet's gonna go to the gym and work it out.
That's what he's doing. And be sure to catch that cartwheel in the event that you end up doing one. And Lucky is saying he'll be back at number one very soon. Well, that'll work. Be sure to tell Lucky we appreciate his support.
Too much coffee? No, not enough.
Never enough coffee.
How much a cup today? So.
Well, listen. You notice I have not been drinking anything, right? And the reason why is because I had two cups of standard. You can see right through it cruise ship coffee.
Yep.
Along with a half a cup of see through it with a double shot of espresso from the Yacht Club Lounge. And if I drink another drop of coffee, I am going to pop.
Okay.
Watch out, Elizabeth.
I know, right?
In a barf.
Hey, it's a sea day.
And here's the thing, right? I have a massage scheduled today at 1:45. An 80-minute massage.
Oh,
right? So I'm like, I need to calm down before that massage, or I'm not going to enjoy a minute of it, let alone 80.
Yep. Or just get on that balcony.
Read.
Get on that balcony and get in cruise mode, man. You'll be all right.
These dudes should live on a freaking cruise ship by now.
No, I was just telling my wife last night at dinner. I was like, you know what? As much as I love cruising, I just, I said to her, I was like, who do I look like, Mario? I'm like, I don't think I could live. Like, I had told her I really need some time, and I need a little bit of time in between cruises. And this particular time, I really only got 2 days. I like to have a week in between cruises at least, but I only got 2 days in between the last one and this one. So, so I'm really kind of feeling.
I could see you living on a cruise ship.
Well, maybe, but not today.
This way, Elizabeth just comes over once in a blue moon. She gets a week off, then she'll come and hang out with you, and you'll be saving. You're gonna save more money by staying on the ship than going back and forth.
You hear that?
Yeah.
She looked down at her phone for a moment, like.
PK Adventure Travels has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
What's up?
And it says morning from Florida. Just heard the sonic boom of SpaceX re-entering the atmosphere.
Wow.
Right.
That is, I did a whole tour of like Kennedy one time, I think when we sailed down from New York on some ship, don't remember what, but we stopped there in Port Canaveral. We did a whole tour. We saw the SpaceX facility and stuff like that. That is just got to be the coolest thing about Florida ever. So.
Right. And they said, how is the weather on the sea, Scott? I've seen rough weather all over the area.
Well, listen, like we have had all the rough weather. We missed 2 ports because of the weather. So we were supposed to go to Port Canaveral and the private island, and we didn't. Instead, we went to Miami. It was an unscheduled stop, and then we went to Nassau. The water has been terrible, horrible. The ship's been moving around. We've had to actually take all the bottles and stuff down off of the dresser and stuff here or whatever, because they've been tinging and clanging and sliding and stuff like that. So it's been really horrible weather for us. We are on our way back to New York now, and the captain did say as we get closer to the Northeast, it should settle a little bit. So
that'll work. And let's see. Oh, snap. Your friend and mine, Rob with Cruise Brothers, has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. And we're all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Good morning, Cruise News with Scotty. And my name is Plates.
Here comes a terrible, terrible headline. So if you remember a couple of months ago, we talked about the Bahamas increasing port taxes and fees. And of course, we all know the cruise lines will pass that on to us. Now, there was a brief reprieve on that where the Bahamas agreed to kind of defer the implementation of that tax, but it has since been implemented. And I believe it was implemented in January of this year, and supposed to go into effect of August last year. And unfortunately, not enough for the Bahamas. The headline reads, Bahamas to impose new tax on cruise line private islands. So it says here a new tax reform which ends a 9-year value-added tax exemption and affects major cruise lines was announced by the Bahamian government and confirmed by the Bahamas Financial Secretary of the Ministry of Finance, Simon Wilson. The change intends to place cruise line private island activities on equal footing with local Bahamian businesses by introducing a standard 10% value-added tax rate on all passenger transactions. The affected islands, which include notable destinations such as Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day at Coco Cay and Disney Cruise Line's Castaway Cay, Wilson told the Tribune that when we implemented the value-added tax originally, we were under the impression given to us by the cruise lines that any commercial activity on the private islands was an extension of the package purchased by passengers on the ship and that they were indistinguishable. However, that appears to not be the case, at least as far as the Bahamians are concerned. He went on to say the private islands are much bigger, much more diverse in their operations, and they actually compete with Bahamas-based businesses for onshore excursions. The revenue implication of this value-added tax implementation are unclear due to limited financial data from the private islands. However, the move underscores the government's intention to increase transparency and fairness in the tourism sector. Cruise lines must register for value-added tax if they own a private island or surpass $100,000 in annual taxable sales. The value-added tax will apply to a wide range of services, including food and beverage offerings, recreational activities, equipment rentals, and spa services. Even lease agreements for space usage or goods and services provided by separate corporate entities operating on the private islands fall under the value-added tax. Because of course they do, because all the cruise lines have like about 12 to 15 shell companies that they operate under. So furthermore, transactions such as cabana rentals, shore excursions, and sales of recreational activities supplied by Bahamian vendors to the cruise passengers will attract the value-added tax. This stance comes after previous attempts to adjust the value-added tax for private islands were not enacted. So owners and owned and operated by some of the world's major cruise lines, the private islands and the Bahamas are now facing a new financial landscape due to upcoming changes. The VAT introduction is expected to increase cruise line operational costs, potentially affecting customer pricing. Yay, can't wait to pay more. Given the industry's advanced booking practices, typical 12 to 18 months, cruise lines may have to absorb the initial costs of the value-added tax, as altering cruise pricing on already booked cruises could prove difficult. So there you have it. Keep digging deeper, folks. Moving on, exciting new dining experiences coming to Utopia of the Seas. Nice. So Royal Caribbean has released a new video diving into the dining experiences guests can expect on board the 236,860 gross ton Utopia of the Seas this summer. While many guests' favorites will be making their return, Royal Caribbean has made sure to dream up a few new options that are sure to delight guests. So in total, there will be 40 dining and beverage options spread around 1,188 square foot cruise ship. These include classics such as the Windjammer and Solarium Bistro. Utopia of the Seas will welcome Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar to the novel two-story venue. However, the new dining experiences that include some exciting new additions will reinforce they'll reintroduce the acclaimed Izumi, offering teppanyaki and other Asian-inspired dishes. The experience will present guests with a series of meticulously curated courses. In addition, one completely new dining journey of the Royal Railway Utopia Station, a unique culinary adventure that merges the essence of the Wild West with global destinations through a mix of adventure, food, cutting-edge technology, allowing guests to travel to any place and time. Drawing inspiration from the rail journeys of the early 20th century, the 24-seat dining car features authentic elements from actual railway carriages. Although stationary, the dining experience is dramatically enhanced with LED screens serving as windows, creating a virtual journey for diners. For the relaxed Caribbean ambience, the Pesky Parrot Bar will debut on the Royal Promenade, serving fruit-based beverages crafted with rum, tequila, and gin, alongside an array of frozen drinks. The spare tire, positioned on the pool deck, introduces Royal Caribbean International's first food truck-style eatery, serving a selection of handheld favorites. Specialty dining on board the Utopia of the Seas includes a variety of guest favorites, including Chops, Hooked, 150 Central Park, Johnny Rockets, and the Mason Jar. So, they keep pushing the envelope. These ships are amazing. I'm sure everyone has seen some of the first looks at Icon. Utopia is by far, I think Utopia is probably going to be a little bit closer to Icon than the Wonder was, just because every single time they bring out a new version of that ship, they bring additional realizations to life on it. Absolutely amazing ships. I just believe that, in my opinion, they are becoming a little difficult to reach financially for many families. However, Utopia, offering 3 and 4 day cruises, although probably more expensive than the standard 3 and 4 day cruise, should help kind of offer that opportunity for families to experience an Oasis class ship, because those shorter itineraries will, in contrast, be cheaper than a 7-day cruise, and certainly cheaper than a cruise on Icon. So,
And that's the way the news goes.
Yep. That's the way the prices go, too. Fats and Tree, good morning. Welcome in.
good morning.
And PK Adventure Travel says, now the excursions, cabanas, etc. costs will go up. Wonderful.
Yep. So it looks like it's a 10% value added tax, and nobody knows this for certain. I just want to point this out. During COVID, when the Bahamas implemented a health visa that every passenger was required to purchase to sail during the beginning of the restart, the Bahamas actually only charged $15 for that health visa. However, Royal Caribbean marked it up to $75 and per passenger, which was a substantial, obviously, markup from $15 to $75. And I could I obviously don't know this for certain, but I would not put it past them to do the same thing with this VAT, whatever that 10% ends up being. I can see them adding a substantial and significant profit margin on top of it, which I think is just despicable. But
Yep.
what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Well, you think about Cajun food because that's what all of this is right here. You think of those things that make you happy. And that's what Bama Nola Adventures has brought to the table this morning. And all of these are pretty much.
I know that first word. That's etouffee.
Yeah, of course it is. And the next one, filet.
You got me.
Filet is dried sassafras leaves that are used to thicken and flavor a gumbo. Fricassee, which is a thicker version of gumbo, is kind of like rice and gravy versus a soup-based, gumbo. It's more like rice and gravy. I love that stuff. Gumbo, which is my number one favorite thing to eat. Jambalaya, which is number 3 on my list. Macho, I haven't had too much. I haven't had too much experience with this one. Po' boy, naturally, it's something that I would get if I was going to, to go get a really good sandwich. It's a sandwich, but it's long. It's made on French bread, and it's like stuffed full of. It's stuffed, really full of stuff. Roux, which is the base for a lot of our dishes here in Louisiana, and sauce piquant, which is surprisingly number 5 on my list of favorite foods to eat. Like you got all my favorites here except for boudin. So good job, Billy. I love it.
For a small part of the world, that's what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Now that TikTok I sent you the other day that had the boudin in it, but that guy he seems to show up on my page a lot, right? He's a Cajun guy or whatever. Yep. He said he was making was it a king pie? Is that what he said it was, or king cake? King cake?
No, it looked more like a crawfish pie. Okay, what he did was he took boudin and mixed it with some crawfish. And then put some wrapping around it and baked it or whatever. That's right. That's the way crawfish pie would be. It's really good. If you were to make it on the grill, that did look good. And Billy said, and to top it all off is praline for dessert.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man. I love it. I love all of that.
On the way back home. We saw a lot of farms of your little crawfish thing, you know?
Yeah. You saw the baskets hanging up out of the water with the white top?
No, I didn't see the baskets. I saw like 4 areas with water. It just said a big sign.
All right, so, and is it possible to explain quickly how, like, for somebody like me who lives in Pennsylvania, right?
Yep.
How do you act? How are you supposed to eat a crawfish? Like,
okay. Well, there is a lot of controversy around this. But the way that I eat my crawfish is I peel the tail off of the head, throw the head to the side. I save the claws in the event that they're big enough in order to break them apart and get some meat out of them.
So you eat it kind of like a lobster.
Yeah. And then you peel the tail.
This is how much you get out of the tail.
Right, like the tail. So you basically so with a tail peel, with a tail break open and peel off the meat, kind of like a shrimp shell.
It does, but it's really tough. It's really tough, and your fingers they get little holes in them. So by the end of the meal, your lips are on fire, your hands are on fire, but you can't stop. But you can't stop. That's why we take 100 to 300 pounds and we dump it on a table. Already cooked. The kids, the cousins, the aunties, the uncles, everybody shows up. Okay?
All right.
And you peel this crawfish. When everybody's full, the kids get to sit down and peel crawfish and put them in bags for later on in the year. That way you can make you an etouffee or, something like that later on in the year. And that's how I grew up. We had crawfish boils all the time, and they are so fun because you get to see your cousins a whole lot more because the help is needed to peel and clean up after, to everything. So,
I will
yeah.
pay $50
Interesting.
for a lobster tail
And here-
before I have free crawfish.
And here's the controversy right here that I'm talking about. A lot of people do suck the heads. I was never into that because it's like, why would you want that extra seasoning whenever your mouth is already on fire? I can't do it, So yeah, crawfish is $14 a pound. Man, y'all gotta go over there by them rice canals. You hear? By the rice canals, you can get it for like $1.79 a pound.
Which rice canal are you talking about? Chinatown?
No, I'm talking about Kinder and Oakdale and Oberlin and them. They need to go over there.
So when I was younger in Pennsylvania, right, I used to fish in these two creeks, right, when I was really young, right. One's called the Yellow Breeches, although my grandmother always called it the Yellow Breeches.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is an Indian word that in English is pronounced Conadagwinit. And there's a legend that says that the way it got its name was when the Indians were chasing the Europeans and they fled across the creek, and the Indians did not come across. And later they asked them why they didn't, and they said because it sounded like couldn't go in it. So, but they call it Conadagwinit. Anyway, so there are crayfish in there, and I know I just said crayfish.
That's my turn. Here we go. Yeah. That's on you, bro.
Bananas. Bananas.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah, okay, I feel it working. Hey. Whoa. Somebody come and get this man. Okay, bye.
Anyway, they are in there, but obviously probably not to the numbers that they have in Louisiana.
Right.
And most people just catch them and use them for bait.
Yes.
And don't eat them.
You can feed them too. If they're small enough, you can bait a hook and catch you a nice bass. I mean, a real nice bass.
Right.
That I'm talking about. Yes.
Right. There's a lot of bass in the Conadagwinit, and that's what people use them for, to catch bass. So.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Eddie says, Tanisha, I got to see them on the Glory, and there was no way I was trying.
Nope.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen.
Ricky, my clock's wife got one on her plate and brought her over because she wanted to experiment with it.
Yeah.
I had no idea what she was gonna do with it, but
Oh my God.
once I saw it, it's like, this is what they're all talking about.
That's crawfish.
No, thank you.
Yeah, man.
There's a little amphibious animal like that on the rivers in Puerto Rico. It looks familiar to it, and I believe it's almost the same. My dad used to go out with his cousins back when we were little, me and my brother, and he used to bring us along. And you dive into the river, you crawl through the rocks, and you bring him out and put him on a bucket and keep going. Then at the end, they make such a thing like a gumbo kind of thing.
Right.
And, they throw the rice and everything else in it, and then they throw this stuff, things in it also and cook it up. And just the smell, I went like, nope.
Okay, so like, what's the difference between a crawfish and a crawdad?
None.
Nothing.
It's the same.
Well, then why do they call them crawdads?
No clue. I call them
All right.
crawfish. Jennifer's
All right.
here in Rockport, they're in our ditches, and you can see them in the Walmart parking lot when it rains a lot.
Wow.
Better not
So
tell
there
them.
with a broom and pick them up.
I know. You better not tell
Put them
them.
back and $14 a pound.
The Cajun Navy is on its way. Believe that.
$14 a pound. You make a nice cruise profit.
Yep. I don't know how it got up that high. Whenever I was a kid, it was 49 cents a pound, and we got 300 pounds. You know,
When you were a kid. Remember, that was what, 60 years ago?
No, I would about 40 years ago, or
about 40 years ago, okay.
something like that.
Don't be changing dates here, right?
No, I'm really that young, but
Sure, Pepe.
But yeah, I do remember my dad hollering out that number, and we went and got big old sacks of crawfish.
Remember, there's only one Papi Chulo here, and he's right here.
That's Scott.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry,
Well,
we got a phone call from the concierge desk.
Oh, nice.
You're too loud. That's what it is. You're talking about coffee too much, and they heard you. So we got to bring him coffee.
Oh, it's due to no rain.
They heard me say crayfish.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're gonna bring you some crawfish. Watch.
It's due to no rain last year. That's really terrible. Oh my God! I wish y'all had gotten some, because when the rain is low, the crawfish are small, and you have to work twice as hard. But whenever it's raining, it's good.
I don't have to do none of that.
Big ones. All right, Eddie. Let's hear about this Carnival cruise. I know you had mentioned the glory.
I hear nothing.
And
hear nothing.
Yeah, I heard something.
I hear nothing. Nothing about my secret. I don't want to tell nobody my secret. But well, Danny's here, so I have to say something.
Oh, look what she said. Hold on. They're calling Scott because he stole all the butter toast.
Oh, burn! Ouch! Well, guess what? October 28th this year, my fellow contestants, Wonder Prize is right here. Guess what? We're gonna go on the Carnival Paradise, living out of Tampa, Florida. On the Carnival Paradise, we're gonna go to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman, and we're going to be hanging out with my brother down in Key West. So you get a chance to meet my brother when we go down to Key West, and he's gonna bring his band, so he'll probably give us a ride around. So that's gonna be a nice excursion. Just give him a tip, here ice cream or coffee here and there. He'll be all right. So, and then we're gonna hit Montego Bay and Grand Cayman after that. There are cabins available. There's 4 cabins available. Somebody canceled yesterday. I'm not gonna say any names, but yeah. So now we have 4, so it's even better. So it's a small ship, small space. It's gonna be better for us. This way we get to hang around even closer and do our thing. So come on, let's go. 6 days out there in the ocean, the Carnival Paradise. You want to come along? Get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel to get your cabin going. Pay off the cruise by July, and then we're gonna meet down in Tampa. We leave on Monday, but me and Alice will be there Saturday. All of us are gonna be there. Traveling with Ticketbus is gonna be there. She's taking care of pool. Slot pool. We're gonna do a shot glass exchange. We'll probably do a bar crawl also, depending on how many alcoholics we get in this group, right, Scott? And we'll be doing few other things also. So come along, bring it up, and check out this video.
Lugo Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Oh man.
You okay, Scott? You see you going like this, and are you giving Elizabeth a hard time? Don't make me go over there, right?
Nope. PK.
Don't be mouthing to me.
Yeah, I know he's muted. PK Adventure Travel says, really wish we could join you guys on that cruise, but I've been on vacation last year in advance and already took the time for the second week in October.
All right. Don't worry. There'll be another cruise together again somewhere down the line. So
yeah, and they said if you guys are coming in on Saturday, maybe we can meet you all somewhere to say hi though.
Yes. I'm planning to be in Tampa sometime around either 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. On that Saturday, so I could accommodate myself that evening, and I do want to go get me a Cuban sandwich and some Cuban coffee, and run around a little bit. I haven't been in Tampa in years, so I'm from North Miami Beach, south. So I want to go hang out in Tampa for a bit. The
I
day
have
before.
never been in Tampa ever.
Me either.
I've been to Orlando about 10,000 times, but I've never been to Tampa.
Well, Orlando Airport or Orlando downtown?
No, Orlando, or all over Orlando and surrounding areas all the way up to like Oviedo and different places, but never been to Tampa ever. So
yeah, Ybor City is very nice.
Been to Titusville.
Yeah. Okay.
Tig says, I get to spend time with Eddie and Alice. Can't wait. I know.
Ugh.
This is
Ringing bell all day. I'm gonna be ringing that bell all day.
Yep. All right.
She's gonna have empanadillas. Oh yeah. I didn't forget, Think about. I do not forget about empanadillas. So you better bring some. I want some.
Now there is there's a section of Tampa referred to as, like, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's like a Latin, like a Latin quarter or like a Latin area or something of Tampa, and there's a specific name for it. Do you know what that is? Tinker, do you know what that is?
Think of know. I can't think of it right now. I know the original pernil sandwich, the Cuban sandwich was originated in Tampa. That's why I want to have one there at that place that she knows,
right?
The place I'm talking about. And I also want to get a cortadito, which is Cuban coffee, very strong. For you gringos, you're gonna be like this all day. Meanwhile, I'll be like a happy camper. So, yeah, you guys are gonna be shoveling all day. But you gotta try. We're gonna do this for the views.
Yep.
One shot, and you'll be like, "Oh, mamma mia!"
I know, right? Yeah.
So okay. So all right, and I'm probably gonna say it wrong, so I'm just gonna spell it. Okay, because I'm sure it has like some type of Latin flair when you say it. So I'm sure I'm not gonna say it right. So, but I guess the Latin quarter of Tampa Bay is like Ybor City.
Ybor.
Ybor.
Yeah, it's a city from Tampa, an old colonial city. There's a lot of course, Latinos in that area, and I bet you will like it. So.
Yeah. See, look, Ryan knew. Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I haven't been there in years, decades.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And speaking of creators, who do we have coming on the rest of the day on YouTube after us?
Well, today's gonna be today and this weekend is gonna be a special weekend, since right now from Mr. Paul F. Fine's lineup, all I have is the Helping Hands for Cruising Marathon. So beginning today at 6 p.m. will be Macallan Spoiled Mama. 7 p.m. will be Orange Cone Vlogs. Then Taxi Cruising follows at 8 p.m. 9 p.m. will be Controversial Cruising with One Strand Adventures. 10 p.m. the Wonder Down Under Cruisers. And 11 p.m. tonight will be Clock Family Adventures, which will follow. We start in the morning again, more creators. From our side, of course, will be A Moment in the World with Mr. Darian Glover at 11 a.m. Eastern. Mayhem and Miracles with 1 p.m. will be the Ray Parade opening live with Roy and Becky's Travels. 2 p.m. will be the Ray Parade. I'm not sure if Cruising with Keith will be on today. It will be as follows, and then about at 7 p.m. Ross will be on because of the marathon. So you could either check him out both. And of course, Go Live Together After Dark will be on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we have a treat for you guys with Mr. Scott running away from the break tonight on the MSC Meraviglia. Get out.
All right. Well, that'll work.
Is that announcement coming through?
It's coming through. I was waiting to hear it in a different language.
No, here's the funny part about it. On Maravilla, when they make announcements, right? Of course, the first one is always in English, right? And then you can literally hear them. You can hear the creaking of the mic as it's being handed to another crew member who then speaks it in that language. And on some, like, so far, I think we've only heard it in like English and Mandarin, right? When we were on the 10-day cruise to New England, there was like 5 or 6 different languages on that one. And you could just keep hearing them handing the mic off to the next crew member who spoke that language. It was the funniest thing. So
that'll work. And that area in Tampa, PK Adventure Travel says, yeah, lots of good food and clubs and vibes in that area. It's just up from the Port of Tampa, actually. So not a big deal. Just get out of there prior to heading out on a cruise.
So I want to go the weekend, spend the whole weekend, because I want to have my time and take my sweet time and running around. And I might even go to Orlando and visit some friends of mine there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Midlife Travel says Ybor City has cobblestone streets and old cigar factory buildings.
Yes, that's right. I'll be like,
that'll work.
Yes.
Tampa sounds interesting, to say the very least.
I was going to go to school there back in 1990, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then my parents find out that the same school, I had the same college in Fort Lauderdale. So guess what? I got stuck in Fort Lauderdale. That's why I'm staying at home, because my parents didn't want me to go anywhere. I was ready to pack then and go live in Hillsborough County and go to school in Tampa back then. And what was it? I was 25 back then. So I wasn't ready to go. But Spanish families, they try to keep their kids in the house as much as possible.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare for me when I left the house in my late 20s.
Yeah. Well, that will work. We will let you guys go for now. Like Eddie said, be sure to join the show later on this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central for the rest of this. Common folks, not on Yacht Club and things like those.
Well, no, it'll be, you will all be in Yacht Club tonight as I take you on a live tour of the Yacht Club.
That's right. And we are I know we're looking forward to that. Definitely take care of each other out there. Y'all hit the like button on your way out. Where's my like button? Oh, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.